Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Wealth Simplified. I am your host, Tony Raymond, owner and wealth advisor at Raymond Financial. And today I wanted to talk about diversification, what it is, and also a couple different ways to think about it. So at the basic level, diversification is just spreading your money across different assets to reduce your risk. So let's say we have stocks, bonds, cash, real estate, just to name a few. Well, if the real estate market is going up, and the stock market is going down, if you have money in both places, you're going to end up somewhere in the middle. So one argument to diversification is, well, why not just pick the one that's going up? Well, we don't always know which one that's going to be. If you're 100% confident, you know exactly what's going to happen in the future and you have that crystal ball, you go for it. If not, if you're in doubt, spread it out. If we own all of them, there's no way we can lose. And sometimes you win by being consistently good and not occasionally great. So I think we understand the basic concept of diversification when it comes to investments, own a bunch of different things, spread out your risk. But one thing I wanted to talk about is diversifying in different avenues or in different ways. So how are those investments actually treated? For example, if you have, let's say you have a 401k, you have a Roth IRA, and you have a taxable account, well, that's three different ways that those investments are taxed. Some of them you actually pay tax now, but you won't pay tax later. Some of them you get a tax break now, but you have to pay tax on it later. Some of it you get taxed now, you get taxed as it's going, and you get taxed again later. Some of them you can't access until you're 59 and a half. So there's a lot of different accounts that you can hold these investments in. And I think the same principle applies. If you know which is going to be better for your situation, maybe you know that paying taxes now to avoid taxes later is going to be best for your situation, then do that. But if you don't know the rules that are possibly going to change, the laws that are going to be put in place, you're just unsure about exactly which one it's going to be, then why not have assets that you get a tax break on now, but you owe tax later? You also have assets that you pay tax now and don't owe tax later. You also have assets that you have full liquidity throughout your lifetime that you pay capital gains tax on. That way, no matter what the rules are, no matter what the laws are, you have access to money that you need at that time in investments that could be the same in all the different accounts. You diversify the investments, but you need to diversify the accounts, how they're taxed, and the access that you have to them. So if you have any detailed questions on that, always feel free to send me an email. I'll throw my information up on the screen at the end of this. But I wanted to get that out there. Sometimes we get stuck so much in diversification only on the investment side that we forget about how those investments are actually treated and what type of access we can have to them. So that's really the message I wanted to get out in this video. As always, feel free, other questions, other topics you would like to hear discussed, email me at tony@raymondfinancial.com. I'll throw that up on the screen. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes. And that's all I had for today. Thank you very much.